Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cody J and Andrew Zammit podcast. And today we have our special guest, Daniel. He has his
Hey
own
guys.
YouTube
Hey
channel.
guys.
Yeah, and let's take it away. Cody, anything to say?
Welcome, Daniel. It's very nice to have you on the show today. I'm
Thank you,
I'm really
man.
looking forward to discussing self-love and self-development with you. It's really good to have you, man.
Thank you, Cody. So happy to be here. Who wants to start?
Yeah, awesome. So today on request we've got, we have to speak about self-love and how self-love, can help a person in his everyday life. So from my take, what is your perspective on this, Cody?
Um, Self-love is not easy to obtain. I don't believe that it's something that you just can look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. I don't believe that it is something that you can just wake up one day and just start doing.
Yeah,
I believe that it is something grasped through, in my take personally, through pain. Okay, through pain, and on the other side of pain is where you begin to find your self-worth, is where you
true.
begin to find your self-love.
Hmm.
That's why right before I got on here, I was out running. I couldn't be on here if I was not running. Um, Mainly because,
Changing your physiology, bro.
yeah, exactly. They hurt. It hurts. Breaking through barriers, breaking through pain, and then looking back and saying, I went through that. I'm
100%.
awesome. I went through
100%.
that. I'm awesome. There we
I'm
go.
awesome.
We have a part of self-love right there.
Awesome. Yeah, it's true. And I'm really big about, the cause and effect side, the law of attraction, that you have to be the cause of your life, not the effect of your life. So taking action like going on runs, etc., will change your physiology. And like Cody did, maybe in the morning he didn't wake up amazing, but after he went running, he said, I am awesome. I feel good. So, yeah, you know, you have to repeat this stuff. I mean,
And
sometimes
he's
it's
taking care of his body,
that's right. Very
taking
good,
care of his
Daniel.
health. That's self-love.
That's self-love. And
Exactly.
yeah, and it's how you speak to yourself. That's what I tell to all of my clients. That was I try to do for myself. Like, if you speak to yourself positively, you're going to have a positive life. If you just nag on like, nah, I can't do this, I can't do that, yeah.
Life ain't gonna
What do
be
you
so
think
good.
about this, man? Yeah, true. What do you think about this, Daniel?
So for me, self-love is unconditional self-love. It's not whether I fail or win or succeed at something, I choose to love myself. And I think we've been conditioned not to love ourselves since a certain age. Naturally, you can see young children, they're not even shy. They just, in fact, today I was with my nephew who is 2 years old and he's just having fun, enjoying his life, not really thinking about anything. And we've been conditioned to love ourselves conditionally. And I think true self love for yourself is having that practice, that self love daily ritual, that routine, that taking action to letting go of negative beliefs, to be mindful and enjoy the present moment. That's self love because you're taking care of your happiness. And for me,
Cool.
I practice that every day.
Cool. Can you share what you practice so maybe our viewers, can?
Yeah, sure. So for
Awesome.
me, I like Headspace, if you know the meditation app. So I've been doing it for 2 years now. I
Wow.
wake up first thing in the morning, I meditate for 20, 30 minutes, and
Wow.
also make sure to meditate for about
That's
10 minutes in the
inspiring.
evening. And I also like doing a lot of self-growth programs to learn. So I like doing Mind Valley programs. And right now, I'm doing a program, not of Mind Valleys, is not that famous. If you know Don Miguel Ruiz, the writer of the Four Agreements, have you heard about that book?
I've
No,
read that book.
he's read that book. I
Be
haven't.
So
impeccable. Be impeccable with your
yes,
words.
so first, so I'm doing a program of someone who studied directly under him for 6 years. His name is Gary Van Wormendam. He has this online program called the Self Mastery Program, and I think it's amazing. It really made
Wow.
me more aware of how my mind works and creating happiness in my life. I'd love for you to link it. Like, I don't get paid to promote him. It's an amazing program. It's only $100, I think. It's a
Really?
half a year program for $100,
Wow.
and that's what I'm doing now. Actually, gonna start do probably private coaching with him, and it's all about changing your negative beliefs step by step. Sometimes you don't even know they existed.
Because they're in the unconscious mind.
Yep.
Yep. That's usually where they come from.
Yep. And like you said with the kids, since age 7, we're getting programmed like, hey, you can't do this. You have to sit up straight. You have to do that. You have to do this. You can't speak to that guy like this. You have to call him sir. You have to call her madam. You know, I mean, I'm not a maverick or a rebel or anything, but yeah, that's the reality. Kind of, you get anxious because what is that guy gonna say? What is that girl gonna say about me? What if this? What if that? What if this? You
Yeah.
know, so yeah,
Programming. It's straight
And
programming.
programming.
we, as children, we often misinterpret it, I think. So maybe one thing, we give it other meanings.
Yeah.
For example,
Like,
maybe mom tells you, don't do that. Well, a child can often phrase that as mom doesn't love me now. She's angry. I'm not worthy of it. And
wow,
then we can live with that for a long, long time.
wow.
Well, you know what helps a lot with I believe parenting. I'm a father. I have a 6-year-old little girl, and I found that whenever I have to explain something, like I tell my daughter not to do something, when you follow it up, see, a lot of parents I notice, they just say don't do that, and then they leave it at that. They don't follow it up. Follow it up with an explanation of why. Say, like, don't put your hand on the stove. Why? Because you're gonna get hurt. Why do I not want you to get hurt? Because I love you. Because I love you. There you go. You you go from the don't do that to them being shock and awe of why can't I do that? Do they not love me? Then you're explaining to them why, and then you getting them out of that headspace. Then they're saying, okay, there's a good reason why, and they do it. They're telling me not to because they care about me. Boom.
Yeah, I agree with you so much. Like, I'm far from being a parent, but children, they're very smart, I think. They understand.
Oh yes.
I noticed that too when parents often just say, don't do that. Like, there's a reason why, and it would help them to know it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I see my nephew a lot, and that I always tell him when I do something with him, I tell him why, and I talk to him like he's an adult, honestly. And he understands things.
Yeah, absolutely. Kids, take offense if you treat them like kids sometimes, like speaking slow and blah, blah, blah. They think, Cody can tell us because he has a 6-year-old daughter,
Oh man,
So,
man! If I start doing that with my kid, with my
yeah.
daughter, who she she puts her hands on her hips and looks right at me like I'm not stupid, Dad.
It's true.
Like
Yeah, it's true because,
she's so smart for her age, man. So smart. Wow.
yeah, they're getting
So,
smart and smarter, aren't they, kids?
Jeez, tell me about
what's
it.
the what's the best book about self-love you read? What would you recommend
Oh, for me?
for both of you?
Woo. Andrew, why don't you tell yours first? Mine's a little bit more rough.
Really? Yeah, cool. I read um, 7 Steps to Self-Confidence by Marissa Peer, which is a really good book because she teaches you how, that I am enough, that, you have to be comfortable in your own skin in order for other people to love you. So regurgitating, or whatever you say, her teachings is like, first you have to love yourself in order for others to love you. If you hate yourself, others won't love you. And I give this as relationship advice as well. If, for example, someone's single and who wants to attract the perfect partner, it's like, first you have to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you're gonna take care of your body. You're going to go, you're going to take care of your hair. You're going to brush your teeth, etc., etc. Because if you hate yourself, you're just gonna lie on a couch eating motherfucking Cheetos and, just eating the emotions, and you get fatter and fatter, less attractive, not because looks are everything, but I think people can smell you if you are confident. People can smell if you are loving yourself. People smell things. They're like,
Yeah, and
yeah,
some may take advantage if you don't. Like that's my
exactly,
experience.
It's
exactly.
truth. It's truth. And that goes right to taking care of yourself and doing something to better yourself every day. That's why for me personally, like uh Can't Hurt Me is my self-love book.
Oh yeah, the David Goggins book.
Yeah,
I
that book
haven't read it.
is
Yeah,
that
it's
is my
it's a good
that's
book.
my straight up self-love book. And that right there is, I mean, the core of it is simply do something that sucks every day of your life. That's how you grow. That's a quote by David Goggins. And I'm telling you, ever since I began doing things that make me uncomfortable every single day, like it's it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning here, but I've been up since 3 o'clock. I went out running at 3 o'clock. I get up, I do more push-ups than I know how to do. I keep pushing it until absolute failure. I go jump in a gravel pit here,
God
and
damn it.
it was 38 degrees this morning. It's cold.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, do something that sucks every day, man, because that right there will lead you to perspective, and you can look back on those things and say, man, I did that. I'm a badass. And you know,
It's true.
self-love just evolves out of that. I've never loved myself more than I have in these last 4 or 5 months,
Wow.
ever since I began doing the hard ever since I began doing the hard shit.
Yeah, it's all about sucking it up. Even when I was writing my own book, I didn't want to, type and stuff like that. And when I've done, I just sucked it up and, spent hours writing and stuff like that. And boom, it finished. And it relates to business, it relates to career. It's, you have to suck it up sometimes and do, what I call the donkey work. You can't, be this we can't podcast all day and make a living. You have to, make maybe the editing, or you can't coach every day and you make a living. You have to do the
Promotion.
the promotion, the marketing, the BS work, handling stupid people. Like I get, hundreds of stupid, people texting me and blah blah blah. And that's part of the game. So
Yep.
for
Yeah.
example, I had a scenario yesterday or whatever. There was a client. He said, "You only check up on me for the money." It's not true. You're on the bloody program. I don't want any more money out of you. So he says, "You're always trying to upsell me. When in reality, I'm not. I'm just checking, as a coach or a friend, because I want to monitor your progress. And, shit like that sucks. So, but it's not going to enter my vortex because I'm in the vortex. I'm in my happy,
Amen.
joyful vortex. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, so I want to ask, like, like, why did it feel that way though? Like, I'm not saying you caused it. I'm saying like maybe you can understand him.
Me?
Cause no, like that he felt that way, not because it's your fault or anything. But I remember, I'm just trying to say in a relation type of way. When I was deep in depression, your mind kind of tends to negatively connotate a lot of things. Like I still go to that therapist once a month, but he's a really nice guy. Just like I'm sure you're a really nice coach. And my mind still sometimes said like he doesn't really care about you. He just wants to go for the talk. And it's part of that storyline, part of that mind storyline.
Yeah. Well,
It's not personal, really.
I no, I don't take it personally, to be honest. Actually, since I used to see people with worse problems than this, people who are actually depressed, actually anxious, as a therapist, and I used to get BS all the time, like you're just here because of, you're just here, you just chuck me
Yeah,
out of the office in 1 hour and stuff like that. And I can see it in their eyes, that they're saying this, but they don't tell me that. But like, yeah, motherfucker, like, you know,
that's how I felt. you know, at the time, and it wasn't true at all. And even then, like I had that, I didn't really believe that. But the mind will tell you that when you're feeling really down and there's a negative storyline going in your head. So how do you deal with that when
Who, me
clients feel
person?
that way? Yeah, when
Me
clients
person.
feel that way.
Well, I make them aware that that is not the situation. First of all,
Yeah,
I tell him or her, listen, I checked on you to see your progress and stuff like that. I send you coaching stuff all the time. Maybe um, being in more perspective, maybe this particular person wanted to be more personal with me instead of speaking on just coaching stuff or how to train your body or how to eat or how to mindset training, and maybe he's seeing it or she is seeing it as robotic, that I'm giving him or her so much content, okay, that it's like I'm trying to upsell. I
yeah,
think that's where it comes from. And since these people are salespeople themselves, because I work with a lot of salespeople, they have the sales mindset, you know?
yeah,
Like this guy is giving me a lot of stuff, a lot of value to hook me in and then upsell me, you know? How do I deal
yeah,
with that? I make it clear that, listen, I'm not trying to sell you anything, if you want to upsell, go ahead, but it's not my goal, you know, to, my goal is to have a conversation with you, not fucking nagging off, And
yeah.
how do I deal with it? I won't let it get in my vortex.
I see why it
Amen.
can be a challenge. Yeah,
Yeah, but I
I
won't
can.
let it in because I don't want to let it in because I am happy, joyful, and grateful.
Hey, the second you let it in, the second you push that energy out on them, out on that same person, you
Listen
push that
here.
same energy out, and
Yeah,
then
and
they feel it, and then
yeah,
they
It's not
believe what they're
helpful.
saying.
yeah, and
Yeah,
therapists are the most crazy people in the world because they let it in.
Everyone I
hopefully,
ever met
guys.
did.
I'm not letting I'm not letting any negative bullshit in, man. No way. I hear
No.
with I hear with empathy. I try to arrange, doing my job to the utmost, and I really feel for people. But you can't let it in because it will hurt you as a healer or a helper. Because if you let it in, you'll
Yeah,
be a mess. And that's the self work we are speaking about, and the self love that you guys are speaking about. You know?
yep.
Yeah,
It's loving yourself not to let it in.
I got a
No.
very similar situations because when you do the things that I do with physical work, you attract people. People people come around and say, "Hey, how are you doing that? What are you doing?" When I'm running down the road at 40 below and I'm in nothing but tennis shoes, shorts, no shirt, I'm blistered red from the cold, but I'm running and they're like,
No.
"What are you doing?" And I look right at them and say, "I'm finding the connection." And then they say they they're like, "You're crazy," and I say, "No, no, 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 I'm just not like you." And so I get a lot of that same stuff whenever I'm training someone. Like, this place I just moved into last week, the guy I'm training, he lives in a room right across from me, okay? And he's out of shape. He has a bad temper. He doesn't love himself at all. He's got a bunch of issues that I'm helping him fix. I got him out on a run. Got him to run a mile. He succeeded. He felt
Wow.
great about himself. He felt great. Okay, I got him out in a gravel pit. Got him in cold water. He felt great about himself. I got him to go climb a cliff with me. And then he couldn't believe he made it to the top. He couldn't believe it. He felt so ecstatic. It was great seeing through some just a little bit of physical exertion and accomplishment made him feel like my life is actually worth something. And that right there is motivation for me. That if I can pass that on, if I can give that, spark that with somebody else, just the way Goggins sparked it with me, just the way Wim Hof sparked it with me, the way speakers like Wayne Dyers and Alan Watts
Wayne Dyer. Wow.
sparked in the
Wow.
ideology of true peace in the mind and how to obtain it. Man, I try to give that gift freely.
Yeah.
I work a full-time job,
Yeah.
and I'm up at 3 o'clock. I got 4 or 5 hours before I go to work to put in the work. And then I put in the work after work. And sometimes I get that. The doubt comes in. They get the doubt and they do the whole, you're not really helping me. You're not really helping me. And then I just look right at them and say, no, bro, I am. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be up at 3 a.m. to get my run in.
You have to live it.
Make sure I get my crap together. If I don't have my crap together, I'm not coming to you. I'm not going to try and help somebody pull a
Hallelujah. That's
like
Wow.
that's what I was trying to say.
It says it right there in the Bible, man. Don't try to pull a thorn. Don't try to pull the thorn out of your brother's eye if the plank's in your own.
Yep.
True. Yeah, that is true. That's what I was trying to say,
That's
you know.
so
That's
true,
why
yeah.
I'm self-growth. So Daniel asked me why I am in self-growth. I'm in self-growth to be at a peak performance for myself, for my family, and for my clients now, you know?
And we
You know,
spread that to humanity. So we
yeah,
can all
that's
enjoy
right.
it.
Yeah, one person at a time. Now we have the internet, millions of people at a time.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
You
how
know?
it will spread, I think.
Yeah. It
More
will spread.
self-growth, more consciousness, more happy people. Honestly, it's a more peaceful world.
We need it.
Positivity and truth is infectious.
It is. And we need it. We need it in humanity at the moment because, you know, everyone has a phone addiction and, you know, social media addiction. You know, sometimes I'm guilty as charged as well. So
Yeah, how do you handle that?
Aren't we all?
aren't we all? Yeah. I mean, the freaking Facebook, man, it's like, wow. It hooks you up. It hooks you up. It's something that it's social
You
media
want a
addiction.
tip?
Yeah.
I heard a great tip, really helped me out because I was also finding myself on my phone, more than I'd like to. And that tip is basically when you take out your phone, have the intention in your head of what you're gonna do with it. And when you do that, put it down. It's actually very simple and really helped me out. Just like, okay, I'm taking the phone to text my girlfriend, maybe check on a few notifications on Facebook for 2 minutes, and then I close it down.
Wow.
So that way you're not dragging yourself, watching memes all day,
Watching memes and watching some
Hey,
or
hey, man,
the YouTube, grabbing
that's
the
why we.
YouTube.
That's
Yeah.
why we're all on Facebook, man. The memes.
So you could go like, I'm gonna watch 10 memes.
The memes.
I'm gonna watch memes for 2 minutes, and then I close it down.
It's true. And within a second, you speak to people on the messenger and blah blah blah, and the whole day is finished.
Yeah.
And you haven't met one real person. Not that the messenger people aren't real people, but you haven't went out because you stayed the whole day texting people and yada yada yada.
Yep. So before this habit, sometimes I was like, "How? That's all I did today? Like, I had where did all that time go to?
Get a
I probably
hallelujah.
spent like
Man,
1 hour and a
man.
half on my phone.
True.
I downloaded an app for my phone that tracks when I open my phone, how long I'm on my phone, tells me what I've been doing on my phone, and it gives me a report at the end of the day. And I look at that, man, the first time I got that app, I was like, man, I almost threw my phone out the window. I was like, oh man, come on now, this ain't right. I wasted that much time on Facebook. We got to fix that.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's true. I mean, you can waste a lot of time on Facebook and social media, to be honest. And YouTube, for example, you grab a video and you're 3 hours watching the motherfucking snake diet guy, or you're 3 hours watching the Wim Hof.
I'm guilty. I am so guilty of that.
It's
Well, at
knowledge,
least you learn from that.
I will sit there.
Yeah, you learn.
Do you know how many Alan Watts tapes I got downloaded on my phone? Man, I will sit there for hours listening to Alan Watts. I'll listen to Wim Hof. And then, yeah, I even go and listen to the snake diet guy, even though that's, man, that can get...
fatty!
Man, that right there can get annoying after a while. But It's good information, you know.
He's like, don't eat, don't eat. No,
What's
there's a
that
dude.
guy.
snake diet guy? Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
look
on
it
the.
up, man. Shoot, that should be our next podcast. Is about
About the
fasting.
snake diet. Oh, you
Yeah,
fast? You
Yeah,
do
man, I'm on a
intermittent
fast.
fasting?
I'm on a fast right now. I do 24 hours every single day. I do 72 hours at least once every couple weeks, and then
Like a
I
full
just
fast?
finished. Just did a 10-day fast. Shoot, how long ago did I do that, Andrew? 10 days?
What
Like a
kind of
week ago?
fast?
Just
What?
drinking water.
Just water?
Yep,
I
just
want
water.
to do that once in a while, but how does that feel? I've never done it.
Shoot, man, that's the key to my life. Without fasting, I honestly don't know where I'd be right now. 24 hours puts me in a nice autophagy. I feel really good all day. And then, man, my one meal a day, I can eat whatever the heck I want. I can eat almost whatever
So
I
you eat
want.
one meal a day? Or
Yep,
you
one
mean the
meal a
day
day.
after? Oh, 1 meal a day fast.
Yep,
Oh,
one
okay.
meal a day.
I did the
Yeah,
wild feed diet. There's no
yeah.
fasting in it, but I do recommend doing it from time to time. A
Hmm.
3 day just water fast. Or you can do like
oh
a
yeah,
10-day vegetable only.
Yeah.
And
Shoot,
you
man, that
do,
right there. The self-development and self-love you just get from that alone. When you just
yes,
start
and then
seeing your body shape up just
oh,
because you're not eating. It's
Cody
great.
knows my fasting experience. I was on a, I was on a tree. Holy, this is a fucking funny story, Daniel. You gotta hear this. Like,
yeah, yeah.
I was on a 3 day fast, and on the like second day, about 42 hours in, I was in the city, right? Imagine, a place similar to New York, and
Okay.
I was walking slow. I was in flip-flops, and I was seeing people like I've never seen people before. I was seeing everything beautiful. I was smelling everything, and I was like in a three-dimensional reality, like I was in the Matrix or something like that. And I was walking around Jesus-like, and I felt myself that whenever I pass from people, people notice my vibe. And maybe it was me going crazy because I was so freaking hungry. But wow, it was like I was like tranced out, zoned out, and was like walking slow, talking slow, anxiety, nothing. I control my anxiety, but I had, I could speak to anyone. But it was like slow, I just came out of, a 6 month yogi retreat.
Meditation.
Yeah, or
Uh,
a 6 month.
6 months
Yeah,
sitting on
yeah,
a meditation chair.
yeah. It's just I came from a course with the freaking Dalai Lama,
And that's
Yeah,
that's the
yeah. I felt
practice.
I felt at peace. I felt at peace. But then I drove by a steakhouse and I ate everything I could because
It's gone.
yeah, it's gone. Yeah, then it
But
was
that's the practice for me that every day I get happier and I get closer to living consistently at such a
do
state.
it. It's getting in the vortex.
Yeah, it's the practice. And from day to day, it gets on better and better. Or maybe more accurate to say from month to month when you look back, because day to day it can fluctuate. And every time I look a month back, I'm like, wow, I made some big changes. I feel different than a month ago.
And
It's
I
true.
found that one thing I can do that will make me, I don't, i- if I run, let's say in the morning, I run 6 miles and then I stop and I ask myself, I did that yesterday. Let's push it a little bit more. Boom, there we go. Right then and there. I just did something better than I did yesterday. I'm getting
Yeah.
better every day. That's my goal, is just to be better than the person I was yesterday. Yeah, I love who I was yesterday, but hey, let's see who I'm going to be today.
Just
Let's be
grow
better
every
than
day.
yesterday. Grow every day. It's
Yeah,
never end, it's a never-ending campaign. It's a campaign. It's your life.
and it's fun. You can learn, like, I make sure to learn a lot of stuff every day. Read 45 minutes a day, I read a book. I really
Awesome.
value that. Usually about self growth, managing your finances, whatever, just growing and learning.
Prosperity.
It's the fun part of life.
It
Don't
is.
you agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna kind of give our viewers, a gift kind of for listening. I'm going to give them something that they can do to get in the vortex. And you can also share your stuff as well after I share mine, kind of how they can love themselves more. And like Daniel said, practice joy, every day and become
Yes.
happier. What I found really good is the first thing is, for example, if you want to manifest abundance, if you want to manifest more money, or if you want to manifest something, is do not focus too much on it. Just let go. If you become more general and kind of appreciate the general things in life, like appreciating the run, like Cody said, appreciating nature, and that is really, really crucial that you let yourself go, and kind of appreciating the good things in your life. Because if you focus on what you do not have, that will generate more anxiety, and that will generate obviously more, pain instead of joy. And I want you to grab something. It could be anything. It could be anything that brings you joy and focus on it. Because when you're in a vibrational state of being joyful, you'll attract more joy. And why do you want more money? You want more money to be more joyful because you think you can take that vacation, you think you can do that, you can do that. But if you're in a negative state, you won't attract it, because if you're in a good flow, good ideas will come. So that's number one. Appreciate where you are now and appreciate um, things that bring you joy now. Be happy now, present, okay? As above, so below. The law of correspondence. If you are happy from the inside, you will be happy from the outside. That is, thing.
Amen.
Meditation, yeah, so yeah, true. And meditation, 15 minutes meditation, you can grab those apps. We are privileged that we have so many apps like, Calm, I love Calm. Daniel mentioned Headspace. If you're advanced,
Smiling mind for free if
Smiling
someone wants.
mind. And if you're advanced, you can just go in Buddha pose, or what they call in yoga Shavasana, which means just lying down and create a mantra like I am the universe I am the universe, and just focus on your breath and get into that alter state. I'm a hypnotist, so I say self-hypnosis is really good. There's nothing to be scared of. Self-hypnosis is actually the same as meditation, but kind of relaxing your body even slower, blah, blah, blah. That is good. So in reality, is a 15-minute grounding practice. It could be whatever you want, okay? It could be Tai Chi. It could be a movement meditation. Something that gets you in the here and now, okay? And also, what I like people to do if they want, obviously, is grab a notepad like this and just fill in a page of all the positive aspects in your life. For example,
Yes.
we three guys, we're into self-growth, personal development. For example, right now I'm doing my friend is teaching. He's my colleague, but he has a course out, okay, and he given me his course to do it. It's about the law of attraction. So I listed today I've learned this from, let's shout him out, Matthew Barnett, for example. And today I learned this from my coach. Today I've seen an interesting Wim Hof podcast. For example, oh, today I've actually done 100 push-ups. It's like what we used to call in creative thinking back in the day is generating small wins. It's in positive psychology. When you generate small wins, bigger wins will come. Okay?
Cookie
So,
jar. Cookie
yeah,
jar.
just grab a notepad like this and start writing all your positive aspects. And also, when you wake up, before you wake up and you start thinking, your first thought should be, I am grateful and happy that I am alive and I have an opportunity to turn things around, or anything. I am happy. I love this bed. I love this. I love that. To start reprogramming your mind to more positive stuff. So yeah, and physical activity, and I think a person could be an optimal human being if he just follows these steps. I hope I was clear, because I have quite a unique accent. But yeah.
You're very
Awesome.
clear. I got you.
Okay.
We all have
Awesome.
that accent.
Awesome. You can share something you want with our viewers before we wrap it up. And yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah, sure,
For
let's
my
go.
keys for more self-love, I'll give three. First one is read a positive book every day, something that inspires you. We often
Yes.
read and hear about a lot of drama. Well, why not take time to read something positive? The second one is practice gratitude. When you wake up, when you go to sleep, write it down. And don't try too hard. Of course, you want to feel it, but sometimes, and often it's not talked about, there will be some resistance or a part that doesn't want to be grateful. Don't force it. Change happens through time and practice.
Agree.
And be present. Do your best to be present. Take your time. Enjoy your day. Don't rush too much. Because if we don't enjoy every moment, then what are we here for?
I
That's
agree.
that's my key. Is be mindful. Do
Yeah,
your
be mindful.
best. Because obviously we all know it's not as easy. It's a
It's not.
practice.
It's not. Yeah, and I've also I bought a gratitude journal, which you list every three things that you are grateful for the entire day, which really helps. But if you're not into writing, I really love pens and paper because, but
Me too. Me too. I
I do
like
that.
just running out.
I do that every morning as well. I just started doing it in a random notebook. I was like, it just made me feel better, so I just started doing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's proven. Journaling is a proven therapeutic technique. So
Mhm.
it is as effective as meditation and it is effective as hypnosis, effective as anything. Journaling can take you places. Absolutely. Cody, any thoughts for our viewers about self-love?
Breathe,
Yeah.
breathe,
Wow.
breathe. Fully in, letting go. Oh, and get in cold water. Get in cold water.
It's fun. I tried it. It's fun.
It's good.
Yeah.
Trust me. You'll feel it. You'll come out feeling like you'll feel alive.
When I was living in London, actually, because London is way colder than Malta, uh, ironically, I used to have the balls to take cold showers. I don't know why, maybe because I was alone or something like that. But it's nice. It's cool stuff. Here we don't have
Sure.
cold water right now. We don't have cold water, so
Yeah,
it's
here as well. It's
yeah.
kind of
So
cool.
yeah, I think it's the same climate. We're not that far away.
Yep.
Um, True. Yeah, but cold water, yeah, it changes your physiology. I was manifesting things like crazy, and I'm
Oh
like, ah.
man, for sure, for sure. Cold water,
Awesome.
bro.
So let's say bye to our viewers. Thank you for watching and the
Thank you,
Andrew Z and
guys.
Cody J podcast. Like, share, subscribe, text us if you want to join us. Any last thoughts before say bye to everyone?
Enjoy your day. You can check out my channel, Happy Living, and thanks for
Yes,
watching.
check out his channel. He has a very good channel, very inspiring young man, and I think
I'll
he's going to go
subscribe.
places. He's
Thank
gonna
you.
go
Thank you,
places.
man.
He's
Mhm.
gonna
Have
go
a great
places.
day. Great
Have a
talking to
great
you.
day,
All right,
everyone.
guys.
Actually, really grateful.
Me
Really, really
too.
grateful. Thanks for having me. Truly.
Awesome.
Have a
Pleasure.
great day.
Bye bye. Bye.